Hi everyone, it's Harry. So this is my vlog post our snowfall here in Calgary, and I was at the dentist for my son, and I was watching HGTV. Some people call that realtor porn because we love watching sales and updates that are occurring. One of the things that dawned on me when I had this show on was the costing that was on HGTV. And what I found was that most of the costing, if they're American based, are totally out of sync with what you would experience here in Canada. So be really wary of the costs and assumptions you make if you are a fan of HGTV and watching these reno shows, because the costing I'm finding that I see there versus what my contractors that I get involved with tell me is that they're out by a factor of 2 to 1, even if you correct for the exchange rate. What I mean by this? Well, these days, to get a double car garage built, it's detached, where there hasn't been one, so you have to put in a pad, do the permitting and everything else, that's $35,000 Canadian. It's not 10,000, it's actually 35. So just a reminder, just be careful when you see all these shows on TV, especially the year of the show. Make sure they're 2024 or and that they are Canadian based, like something like Leave It to Brian, a 2024 based, or some of the more recent Canadian based shows. Because even the folks that everyone loves looking at a Property Brothers, a lot of the work they do is down in the U.S. and the rates for renos are a lot cheaper down there. These days, I remembered one of my clients a few years ago, not even now, to put in a wooden fence around a new build construction was 10 grand if you got the realtor to put it in for you. So it's not two, it's not three, it's actually 10K. And the landscaping was a similar amount, depending on what you want done, and that's base. And when they say 5 to 10,000, it's just maybe one odd tree and just sod. It's not I'm gonna do a rock garden for you or everything. So be careful on some of the numbers you go round. And that leads to another question on a lot of these these builder homes that you're buying. Remember, if you're buying directly from the builder, not off the MLS system, and you're paying more than 450 grand for the home, or you're going to have to pay interest rates. Sorry, not interest rates, GST on that. So that's another 5%. So if you think an average home in Calgary across all categories is about 600,000, expect another 30,000 plus in GST payments, because you don't get a rebate once it's over 450. And if you're thinking an average house of 800, that's $40,000. And sometimes you see the homes advertised at 700,000 or high sixes, 680, 690 on in the north or south of Calgary, new built homes. Recognize, at 700, you're going to pay another 35,000 more in GST. I always say bank on adding another 100,000. Why do I say that? Well, typically they give you one thing, the garage or the basement finished, one of the two in some of these deals. So if you have to do the other one, as I said earlier, the garage is 35. To do not a high-end basement development, which includes a bathroom down there, it's another 50K. So you're adding 50 plus 35, all of a sudden it's 85, and then all of a sudden, a few upgrades here and there, and all of a sudden you're adding another 100,000 to your home. If you do some landscaping with that and some fencing, it's easy to come up with another 100K in these new build homes unless everything's been specced out and built out. So be careful when you see these numbers advertised. You have to give them a phone call. You have to visit them and ask them, hey, what's included? It's kind of when people say 690 starting, well, 690 is starting. Funny how when everything's said and done, it's 800. The other thing is, if you're involved with a realtor, one of the things you have to realize is if you go without your realtor and the builder signs you up, your realtor can't help you. So you're now relying on your capabilities with that builder, because funny how builders don't like paying realtors money once they deem you, oh, we grabbed your client, although you may be working already with a realtor. So that's the issue. So that's something you got to think about. And if without a realtor helping you out, maybe it's okay, maybe it's not. It depends how comfortable you are with negotiations, understanding the pitfalls of new builds, because what's funny is some of these new builds, you might even have to do an inspection, because although you think new is fine, sometimes people take shortcuts in the build, and things that are said to be built are not there. Yes, you have a home warranty protecting you, but how long will you be required before you realize this? And the other thing is, with even the builders, if they're not careful, sometimes the services they use take shortcuts, and if they're not having proper oversight, they think things are done, they may not be. I've had a few builders I've been involved with complain about this upon secondary inspection. They said, had to get my services out there to redo stuff because they cut a corner which should have been cut. So things to think about on costing, whether renos or new apartments. So HGTV, great for ideas, not great for costing, especially in Calgary. So give me a ring. You can DM me, direct message me at this YouTube channel, or reach out to me at 403-472-0608. Otherwise, have a great day. Bye now.